Disclaimer. There is spoilers in this video. The show isn't really too plot-driven, so it shouldn't really matter, but this is the obligatory spoiler warning so I don't get lynched. Other disclaimer, I wrote this script months ago. So yeah, it's no longer relevant because I wrote this when New Game was ending. New Game is a show about game development, despite what Jeff threw from Mother's Basement would like to have you believe, as he has made it clear by his epic tier rant in the summer 2016 Weebcast.
A show that Jeff
An
really
objectively
hates
good
for
show.
some really stupid reason. High school joins a game company.
Which is bullshit! Which there are a lot of, and none of them would ever hire somebody straight out of high school. They wouldn't fucking do it. They wouldn't hire somebody who doesn't know how to use a program that they need on the first day of their job. So the main character. Shut up, Nate!
Here's where I come in, Jeff.
Nate!
Fine.
It's my
Continue.
fucking-
Bring someone on who doesn't already have the expertise.
I don't think that it is possible that a company like this would hire a character designer for a game that they are in the middle of fucking working on and put that person on that project when that person does not know how to use Maya, the most basic thing that they need to do that job.
As a
when
Jeff, there's
things on her first day that you'd probably get fired for. Like she spent all of her time doing basically nothing.
She was told she did exactly what she was told.
Nobody at
she
the
did
company.
a good job.
Nobody at the company told her what to do or what they were working on when she got there. Which I don't understand how you could make it through the interview process without signing an NDA and knowing what game you're working on to do 3D character design for their video game. They would have hired one of the hundreds of people in Tokyo right now who are unemployed, know how to do character modeling, and have like 5+ fucking years of game design experience under their belt. These jobs, the job that she has gotten, never open up ever. Doesn't happen. And she is unbelievably incompetent at what she does, as are all of the people.
You don't understand.
All of the people in the studio.
All right, Jeff. If your issue is believability,
and I'm angry about it.
It wouldn't make a good show.
I want to support you a little bit, Jeff. And I get your.
I just want to be angry because being angry. Somebody who's not, who wants to be an adult, and this is a show about adulthood. And you know what? I
don't even think it's really that.
This is a show about cute girls doing cute things.
That's what little plot there is.
That's like.
It really is. New Game, if you don't know, is about a girl named Alba Suzakaze, who is an up-and-coming character designer. She gets a job at her favorite company, gets to meet her role model, learns to work at a job, and begins to become a better artist in the process. This is just the basic summary. The show really expands from that. It ends up having a lovable cast and could be really funny or touching, especially the last episode. But what makes it about game development? This comes from the fact that the series after episode 4 or so just becomes about making the game, completing it, and moving on to the next game. You know, like a company. And it doesn't even really skim over this stuff either. I got extremely invested on how they were going to make the next game, but where I feel New Game really excels is its characters. In Season 2, there's an overarching narrative with Alba and her role model Ko Yagami. You see, Ko is basically the star of the company. On her first year, she was so much better than everyone on her team that she ended up taking the art director position from someone else. And it didn't help that she was antisocial at the time, so she couldn't really deal with people. And you can guess that's not really the best trait for a leader to have. But back to the Ko and Alba arc. There's a competition for who can come up with the new character designs for the new game that they're making. Alba actually ends up beating Ko's design because the game director feels that her art was too similar to the other game franchise she is known for, while Alba's is fresh and something new. This causes an actual anger inside of Ko, because she has never really lost before, and she snaps at Alba for it later when she's asking for advice.
You think I'd just magically come up with something new that quick?
No! I feel many people kicking off this video. Stop! Just because I watched the show that doesn't mean you have to change your opinion about me. And they're gone. Damn it. Ko does realize the error of her ways, and they come up with a compromise of working together to come up with the best design possible. But later down the road comes another problem. Alba is an unknown, and the game is a brand new IP, so Alba will still be credited as character designer in the credits, but it will be advertised as a Ko Yagami creation, and henceforth she will do all the promotional art. From a business standpoint, this makes sense, but it still hurts Alba. The way that they decide who will do the promotional art will be decided by a competition, and Ko cannot help Alba at all. And even though Alba pours her heart and soul into the project, it doesn't pan out, and she loses. She feels very disheartened and swears not to lose next time. Which leads us to the final episode, where it is announced that Ko will be leaving the company because she wants to improve and not stay stagnant. The episode ends with Alba and Mochizuki Mojimi, another character that is also fun, going to the airport to see Ko off, and despite Alba not knowing what to say, she finds the words and rants for a minute and even tells her,
"Because I'll tell you, you're a real pain in the ass! But still, you're who I aspire to be."
This leads to Alba asking why did she decide that her skills weren't good enough, and then Ko tells her that it was Alba. She's the person that pushed her to want to be better because she was not going to let Alba pass her up that easily. And basically says that they'll do another competition when she comes back, and Alba better not have gotten rusty. This season-long character arc is one of the reasons I like New Game, but you could see how all that character drama stems from the fact that they work at a game company and the game that they're working on. This show may not always go in depth into coding, or maybe Alba got her job too easily, but, well, they say in season 2 that she got the job because they only hire cute girls here, so yeah, Jeff, there's a reason. Alba, despite being straight out of high school, was talented enough and cute enough to test in and get the job. And even within the show's reality, it's seen as an abnormality. But the later characters Mochizuki Mozumi and Narumi Tsubame get in because of them interning, and Sakura Nene gets in because of her skill and potential, obviously, but if she didn't have connections to the lead programmer Ahagan Imiko, it would have been harder because she wouldn't know her personality or her potential just from an interview alone. So even in the show's universe, it's abnormal, and also be happy that there isn't a constant tea time scenes. For a second there, I thought we were going to have another K-On!, but the crisis was averted, and we got more of a K-On! Season 2. Should I talk about characters? I'm going to talk about my favorite characters. Nene is one of my favorite characters from this show. Not only the way she talks from the dub,
I've got you in my sights, Missy.
I've got you in my sights.
But also how her character arc went. She started off the show as a side character, just being Alba's friend, then she decides to become a debugger for the game Fairy Story 3, the game Alba was working on. She becomes friends with Umiko and begins to have a passion for programming, then creates her own little game by herself, which leads to her wanting to pursue programming professionally, and her getting an interview and actually getting the job fair and square. This growth and development makes her instantly likable, and you feel like, yeah, that's how a person would grow. Now, not every character is like her though. I mean, Ijima Yoon is never really developed behind the fact that she used to be average and then she grew up and then decided to be about fashion, which makes her very vain and leads to a lot of comedic moments, but nothing too deep. But her friend Shinoda Hajime is really fun. She's an energetic type, which fits because she is a motion animator. Now, why is she with the art department, you may ask? Because the motion team didn't have enough space, so she's stuck here. But her arc more goes to her job than her character. She gets so inspired by Alba that she wants to actually pitch a game idea too. All her game ideas have been shut down though because they're not great. But some of her ideas do get turned into mini games in the game that they work on in season 2. But she won't give up the goal of getting a game pitch to go through. And if the show went on longer, I bet we would have seen it. But alas, we only have 2 seasons to work with. But I honestly shouldn't be complaining considering it even got 2 seasons. Takimoto Hifumi is also a great character. She is the shy character archetype, yes, but despite her not really ever stopping being shy, like an actual shy person, she does end up more sociable over time. She goes from only being able to talk in text to being able to start and hold a conversation, and it happens so seamlessly. It even has her get promoted to lead character designer, the position Ko used to have. And she shapes up to be surprisingly okay at the job because of her determination to get better at social interactions. New Game is a show about game development. I made a very bold claim at the beginning of this video, but I hope you can see where I'm coming from. This show is not just a cute girl show. Trust me, I'm not the biggest fan of those. These are game designers who happen to be cute girls, and they want to make good games. And there are, of course, with any job or goal, hiccups along the way, but these characters grow from it. And the show goes into how games are made, certain things wrong with the industry, and even showing the harsh, cold business side of the gaming industry. Even though there are those that believe that this show has nothing to do with game development, I can only wholeheartedly disagree. This show is about game development. Except for the first 4 episodes or so, though that's just cute girl stuff. If you like this video, like and subscribe or leave a comment. I usually respond when I can. Really don't got much things better to do. But first, let's address the elephant in the room. Yes, this video took way too long. I shouldn't have taken this long to make it, but I did. And so because of that, and there was like no upload between this video and my last video, let's just consider this the Season 2 opener of the Pointing Out the Obvious channel. And let's hope my next video I don't take as long nor hate it as much as this one, because I feel this one was extremely sloppy. Watch something else on my channel of Season 1 or whatever Google recommends to you. Peace.